We got.
I'm Canadian.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm not Canadian.
Just because it's Canadian Independence Day.
I'm switching teams to Canada.
You don't even like Canadian bacon. I thought you was Muslim.
I like all bacon, and I'm not Muslim.
Horrible. Man, but you know what we not going to do, man? What we not going to do is sit here and watch our president, Joe Biden, sit here and fumble the bag away, man. It's too much at risk right now. Everybody's saying he needs to drop out. Everybody's saying he needs to drop out because...
And then who's going to run you?
I mean, we got a lot of people. We're going to talk about everybody that we think should be running for the elections for the Democrat side, but we got a video right here of basically everything that's going on and how
Biden
silly they're making the
Trump
United States look.
For sleeping with Stormy Daniels.
Exactly.
How you talking to me when you messing with a Peace Star while your wife's pregos?
That's just how disrespectful can you get, Trump? God.
Let's check out the video clip.
The crimes that you are still charged with, and think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat. Take a look at what he says he is, and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to turn.
Let's not act like children.
Madam Vice President, as you're well aware, one of the biggest insecurities facing the campaign going into tonight was the claim, potentially, that President Biden is too old, that his mental acuity is just not there. Reaction across the board, including from Democrats, is that they were not convinced, potentially, tonight. What do you say to those voters who watched tonight and weren't sure that he is mentally fit?
Listen, he did not get off to a strong start in that debate, but he had a strong finish. And, there was a slow start, but a strong finish. And the bottom line is this. Let us not decide the outcome of who's going to be president of the United States based on a 90-minute debate. Let's...
Gotta go to the Waffle House.
I just want to speak from my heart. I love that guy. That's a good man. He loves his country. He's doing the best that he can. But he had a test to meet tonight to restore confidence of the country and of the base, and he failed to do that. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. We're still far from our convention. And there is time for this party to figure out a different way forward if he will allow us to do that. But that was not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain of what we saw tonight.
Now, before we start, man, I want to ask y'all and my co-host, are you surprised that CNN and all these media places are saying that they need Joe Biden to drop out? Because right now it's not
turning on him.
They're turning on him. Are you surprised that CNN and everybody's turning on him and it's vocal and they're doing this out on TV in front of everybody instead of...
No, because if I've learned anything from you, co-host, people like to flip-flop. They like to flip-flop on politics. They like to flip-flop on sports teams.
Oh, my God.
And they like to flip-flop on their fearless leader. I never believed in him from day one, so it's not a flip-flop for me.
Really?
It's almost like how everyone jumped on the, Drake hate bandwagon. It's like I've been on the Biden hate wagon.
Because you know how everybody was saying, oh, Joe Biden is fine.
The economy's trash. We're all about to get exploded by nukes.
And then you see the
Russia's coming. China's joining up. They're trying to tag team us right now.
Pretty much. Because
North Korea is trying to bring the fire.
But at the same time, what did Joe Biden say that only thing we have to worry about right now is the biggest problem is Trump, which is a lie. We got all these other problems going on around the world, like you said, Russia's having their issue, and
Oh yeah, and then we're like, we got to do all this, giving all this money to Ukraine.
Exactly, and not
And
everybody.
then Russia's like, and if you're in too much.
Exactly, and everybody's looking like everybody's ending up egg on their
funny.
face because look at the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party didn't know that they would have they would need anybody else to step up to take on the role for Joe Biden.
Who's stepping up?
I mean, we don't know. I mean, at the current moment, I mean, they're saying in August they're going to have the Democratic, I guess,
Convention?
Democratic convention where they was going to nominate Joe Biden, but some people saying they should leave it open. I mean, they got a couple people that they.
What do you mean they were going to nominate? He is a nomination because he's the current standing president.
I mean, right
Unless
now,
they convince him to step down.
Yeah,
then they'll have to do a quick vote. And then someone's gonna have to throw together a campaign in like 5 months.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Basically, and the only people you really have is what Kamala Harris. They got Kamala Harris. They got the governor. You know, your favorite governor in California,
you
Gavin.
Remember you remember when Charlemagne interviewed Camilla, and he's like, "Where have you been?"
Fact.
I was like, "You were like, we did it, Joe, the night that y'all won, and then I haven't seen you since."
Pretty much. I mean, it ain't gonna go like that with other people.
And then until this video clip.
Pretty much. Also, you know, they got Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan. They got Andy.
Gretchen Wieners.
Horrible. They got Andy Brishire, the governor of Kentucky, and J.P. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois. I mean, all those people, I mean, like, we don't know what their policy is going to be, what they're standing for. I mean, only thing they know is that any of these people would be a better candidate than Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe. I mean, because at the point of it, like, do you think people care that all the lies that Trump was telling while he was on set on the stand?
I mean, allegedly they both were telling lies. I mean, Biden was saying that he had a great golf game. I mean, he could barely walk. What makes you think he could swing a club?
I mean, you got that, and then
you got Trump saying this and that, and then
he wasn't even answering.
I mean, they both really were telling lies across the board.
And he wasn't even answering.
Depends on what you look at.
And none of them were really answering any. I mean, not none of them. Joe Biden was answering the questions, but I mean, Trump wasn't really answering the questions because I thought this time was going to be different. Because remember, last time they had a debate.
It's like, that's a great question. I got a better question.
Exactly. It didn't make any sense. Like last time, Trump was over there yelling, even though the time was out for Trump. Trump was still yelling and talking to Biden. But then this time, they was like, "Oh yeah, we got this new machine.
We got a mute button.
We got a mute button. It's gonna
just
work."
like if my co-host gets too lippy over there, I got a mute button for him right here.
Whatever, man. But so they had the mute button. It didn't even matter. As soon as they asked Trump the question, they was like, "Oh," Trump was like, "You know what, Joe Biden, you're a liar. This is why you're a liar." And then they had asked Trump like the question like 2 or 3 times, which didn't make.
They should have him do the trending TikTok dance right now, and like the first one that's able to do it is the president, because then the first one to break their hip, they're just DQ'd. They're not gonna be able to go on the race.
True, but I mean, do you think 5 months is enough time to
throw a campaign
together and to beat Trump? I mean, because at this point,
no, because they wouldn't even have the money. They would have to get like donations, and then who's gonna really donate like big, massive, like lump sums of money to a new candidate?
They need Michelle.
Came out of nowhere.
They need Michelle Obama. She's the only one they can win right now. She's the only savior.
Chief Keef for vice president.
Chief Keef's not running. Horrible.
Nah, but be the vice president. Let Michelle be the president.
Hey, I mean,
first woman president.
It's getting real crazy. I mean, and they just granted. I think they just granted Donald Trump immunity on some of his some.
Oh, the Supreme Court had a ruling where they were saying that the president has immunity from like being like getting in trouble or getting persecuted for like some
of the crimes.
Yeah, not all of them, but some of them, something like that.
So a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, this isn't fair." I mean,
they're all criminals. So I mean, if you really believe like all the stuff going on, you're really a debt to that, because like at the end of the day, it's like it's all facade.
Exactly. I mean, like you don't know what's going on. I mean, Trump's over there saying Biden's over there being ran by the shadow government, and look, Biden can barely talk. So who's really running the country? Is it really his wife and wife over there helping running everything, telling him everything, helping him run the country? Cause I mean, your wife really knows. You talk. Your wife
has
do everything.
Remote control.
Horrible.
They're like, the batteries are getting low, Joe.
And then you talk about Donald Trump and how he got the Project 2025 where he's gonna take over the world. Then you see how they're trying to put all these 10 commandments on all these schools.
He was in Home Alone. How bad can you be?
Horrible.
Macaulay Culkin. Is that not?
I mean, you see everybody turned their back. But I mean, right now it's looking different. I mean, they're saying like he has a lot more black voters for some strange reason. He has a lot more black voters and more Hispanic voters are looking to vote for Trump.
So I see the economy is trash and inflation's through the roof. We saw that at the grocery store the other day. They're trying to charge us an arm and a leg for some chips and lunch meat.
Pretty much. I mean, they're trying to arm and a leg for chips and lunch meat, and then you see what
milk, bread. All the essentials.
Trump's over here talking about, oh yeah, when I was in reign, we didn't have this problem. This all happened when Joe Biden happened, and oh yeah, then Joe Biden talking about how we didn't have any real problems, and allegedly like 18 military vets lost their lives, and that's disrespectful. How he didn't really talk about that, and that was real catastrophic.
Oh, he said that no, we ain't lost nobody underneath his watch, and actually 18 people did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're saying like you don't even know. You ain't
Exactly.
even respecting your troops.
So it's looking real crazy. Everybody's lying to us. Everybody really knows that the presidents, the people that run for president, don't really run everything.
Like if you hate celebrities, if you hate Trump, if you never liked The Apprentice, that he may not be your cup of tea, but he got the economy straight.
You think
he kept
so?
the other countries in straight. We didn't have all this inflation before. Like things were going on, it was doing a lot better. Things were easier.
Oh, did you like how they were talking about when the hostage situation? Like Trump was like, "Oh yeah, how come every time?"
Oh, he would have let Brittany Griner. She would still be there today if Trump was in office.
No, Trump said he would have got her free that day, but he
wouldn't have gave him nothing.
He would have given him nothing. And then you see Joe Biden out here giving tens and tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah, he got fleeced in that trade.
Exactly. So every time basically they release a hostage, we're paying billions and billions of dollars.
Just like Golden State getting like 2 second rounders for Klay Thompson. We'll get into that later. Sorry, Lakers.
But comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like we in trouble?
No, because if you remember, Russia wasn't attacking Ukraine when Trump was in office, and then also North Korea was in check, and even Trump had a relationship with their leader and set foot. He was like the first, I think, like president or leader from another country to step foot
with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, with Kim Jong-un in North Korea in like how many years, and they actually were like cool with each other. And now that Biden's in, he's like, you know what? Maybe we need to attack South Korea again. And it's like, nah, man, just let them live. They putting out music. It might not be your type of music. It doesn't mean you need to be murking everybody, Kim Jong. Need to stop the murk now. But comment down below, which geriatric white dude do you want to be your leader? And who do you think will go to the nursing home first? But I'm going to go with Trump. He's like a few years younger. But it seems like his brain's a lot sharper at the moment. So we'll go with him right now. Plus his economy. He's a businessman. He's going to run the country like a business. And it's going to be the best plan you ever seen.
And I'm going to go
the best plan you ever seen.
Comment down below how you feel about that. Moving on here, man. More news.